Day is here. Let's go out live to Las Vegas, and the city of Vegas is ready as fans of the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers take over. You see Allegiant Stadium all lit up there in the background.
Calmest it will be for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
There are going to be all kinds of celebrities out there, lots of media, and most importantly, the players for the game.
But for the game itself, referees make all the calls. They can make or break a game, and a lot of times they have to take a lot of heat from the calls that they make.
Yeah, Wake News reporter Asha Patel is live in Naples this morning, hanging out with a former Super Bowl ref. You got so much unique intel today.
Yes, Corey and Lindsay, this is one of the best assignments that I've been on, and I'm here with Jeff Rice, has been with the NFL for 25 years, went to 4 Super Bowls, so it's no question that players have a pressure, a different type of adrenaline today. Talk about refs. How do they feel at a Super Bowl morning?
Well, it's a little bit different than regular season because we get to the game a lot earlier. We'll go Sunday morning, we'll go ahead and we'll have our breakfast, have a devotional. Then we meet with our families real briefly to coordinate them. They have a special bus that takes them. And we'll leave probably about 5 or 6 hours before the game to get to the game site. Get there early, walk around. Just be sure we get there early. Normally we get there 3 hours before the game site. But the pressure, it's there. And what we try and do, and I tell new guys when they get to the official Super Bowl assignment, is to say, stay away from the media. Stay away from the league executives because they are crazy. I mean, this is the biggest show of their career, the biggest thing that they have all season long. So they're wild, they're crazy, and the media, of course, is there in droves. So I just tell people, stay away from it. And once you get to the game, quite frankly, it's the easiest game you're going to work all year. You got the 2 best teams. There's so much on the line. There's so much pressure on them. So they're not going to try and make mistakes. It's going to be a little chippy. The guys are going to be going at it because they really want to win. But you're not going to have, for the most part, stupid mistakes or stupid penalties by the players because they know what's on the line and they're a little bit more disciplined than they are during the regular season.
All right, that's some great insight. Now talk about the part-time and full-time aspect. You told me that you work referee as part-time and you're also a lawyer full-time.
Right. When I was in the league for 25 years and I was a full-time practicing attorney, trial attorney then, it was a pretty busy season. And people say that we're part-time, but we really aren't because during the season I'm gone Saturday and Sunday every weekend. And for preseason, you're gone for 2 days for games. We go to a training camp with a team every year. We're gone 3 or 4 days for that. We have what's called a clinic in July where all the officials get together with the league staff. We go through everything in preparation for the season. They have a mini clinic in May in New York where you go up and you do your physical tests, your physical health tests, and your on-the-field physical tests. They do that. We have rule study. In the off-season, they will send us every couple weeks 200 questions, and they're play situations that you don't get multiple choice, you don't get true false. You've got to go ahead and you've got to answer them. So what we do is we get on conference calls with other officials, we go through the questions and learn them because there's usually about a half a dozen rules changes every year. We have to be up on those. So we do that. And then during the season, I mean, the preparation is just enormous. We get a game film every Sunday night. We get a memory stick that are watching the play, and we get graded Monday, every play, every game. You got to look at those. You have a conference call with the crew. Got to work out during the week because you got to stay in shape to work with these guys. Rules study. You got to make your travel plans, your travel arrangements, and then we leave Saturday morning usually for a game. Get there Saturday afternoon. We'll have a meeting similar to what they're going to do at the Super Bowl. We have what's called a training tape, and that's a voiceover by the supervisor official that takes plays from previous games and says, this is something that we did right, this is something we did wrong, we've got to do this. It's kind of a teaching aid. Then we'll do, and what the guys did yesterday all day long is they looked at a training tape, and they also looked at, they're going to look at San Francisco and Kansas City game film. They're going to look at the formations, the tendencies, what they do, certain players that you might have to look out for because they might be a little chippy or try and go the extra mile, et cetera, like that. Go through rules. They'll definitely go through overtime rules because the overtime rules are different than in the regular season. So they'll do that. Go through a few other things, just refresher, and since they haven't worked with each other throughout the season because we're on cruise, they'll talk about, okay, this is what I like to do, and the sideline guys will say, here's how I'm going to cover it. The referee and the umpire say, here's how we're going to cover it, et cetera, back and forth. So it works kind of like a really nice flowing situation.
All right, that's great. I know sports fans that are watching this morning, you guys are probably learning so much. Well, thank you so much for giving us all this inside information that we never think of. I'm reporting live in Collier County. Asha Patel, Link News.
So